Peeps in YouTube land, Gary Drayton back here with some sound metal detecting advice. And one of the questions that I'm always asked is, what's the best settings for me metal detector? Because I know it's tempting, you go on YouTube, you see someone using your metal detector and learn the settings that way. But that will always work for you because you're interested in where your metal detector will work. That's the only thing that's important. And the best way of ensuring you've got the right settings is to read the best guide or book you will ever get on your metal detector, which is the manual, that guide that came with your metal detector. Trust me, those metal detector engineers and designers know exactly what they're doing, and some sound advice there to start with. There's always like a quick start guide, just a few little settings to get you up and running. Now, a lot of times they are safe settings, and so once you get to get proficient with that metal detector, then you start tweaking those settings and you start understanding what each control does and how it will help you to find more whatever you're looking for. Now, the best way of going from that quick start guide to being, proficient is to test with targets. For example, I spend a heck of a lot of time at the beach. I do now class myself as a beach and water hunter. And if I'm looking for Spanish treasure, a long time ago, what I did was test targets with my metal detector, very similar to what I'm searching for. So, for example, if I'm searching for little Spanish treasure coins, little thin silver coins, which are oxidized because they've been exposed to salt water, so they sound quite different to modern silver. But what I do is I'll take like a little cut dime, a little silver dime cut in half, and if I can optimize my settings to detect that little piece of silver, I know I'm on the ball. And sometimes I'll take a couple of links of a gold chain if I'm looking for gold. It's always small items I test with. And if you're looking for example, modern gold jewelry on a tourist beach, the best thing you can take to the beach and bury it and see if you can hit it, and how you have to tweak your sensitivity to detect it as you bury it deeper, is a nickel, a 5 cent, if you're in the United States, of course, or Canada. So take a nickel to the beach, and you will be surprised when that falls out. You hear all people saying, oh yeah, I can detect something knee deep. No, that's only if you know how to set your metal detector up. So bury that dime and you will be surprised when that cuts out if you're using the quick start guide. And that is why it's important. I mean, metal detectors is a game of inches, but you can add quite a few inches of depth by understanding what level you need to run your sensitivity at, and of course your you like settings like ground balancing, and just so you're cutting out the noise. A lot of machines now, a lot of metal detectors, they have automatic ground balance and noise cancelling, so you don't have to do all that. But some people prefer to use different metal detectors where you got a ground balance every time you go from, say, the salt water to the dry sand and back. But you have to use test targets. That is the best way you're gonna learn what your metal detector can do. Because really, it's all about you. Your metal detector is just a tool, but you gotta learn how to set it up to get the very best out of it. And there are limitations, of course. It's just a surface metal detector. So you can't get too carried away, and you may be surprised what you can and can't do with a metal detector. Another example, try taking a gold band, if you've got a gold band, and see a small one, see what you can detect it at. And if you're lucky and you've got a broken ring with just a little chunk missing out the band, try detecting that. It sounds totally different, but these are things you'll learn along the journey as to start metal detecting. But this video is just to tell you to, wherever you go in metal detecting, take similar objects to what you're going to be searching for, and it will pay dividends down the road. Just don't go out there blind and, you know, you can't do that. You can't sort of like watch YouTube videos of someone using, oh, I'm going to use their settings. No, you could be injuring yourself big time. There's so many different things going on in an area where you search. You know, for example, it might be a rocky beach. You might be 3 or 4 inches above the surface of the sand. So you have to run your metal detector hot. And you know what? To compensate, if you're losing a lot of depth because you're having to go above the rocks, you maybe want in all metal mode to get that extra depth to compensate. But anyway, I'm rambling. The main point of this video is to take little things similar to what you're searching for. Don't take big things, take little things, because if you find a little stuff, you can find big stuff. I hope you like these videos. Click subscribe, please, and I will keep them rolling. So like and subscribe, and I will take the time out. I'm kind of like busy in the week, but I will do these videos on the weekend, and I'm here to help you guys. You got any questions, just fire away. And I'll be seeing you soon. Cheers.